Students. So we would be discussing the Code of Ethics of Cima. Previously, we discussed the CMA Philippines Code of Ethics. What can you remember before we continue with Cima? We discussed that it is our hope to be ethical. That's your hope, diba? And when you talk about our responsibility, it would be ako, diba? And you have to think of your three Cs. Okay, so that's what we learn with CMA Philippines. O sige nga, can you recall your hope? Your hope will be, okay, tama. H will be for honesty. O will be for objectivity, and F will be being fair. Diba? And yung dalawang sumunod, talagang they are interrelated. And how about your responsibility? I would be with integrity. Paano yung tatlong C mo? No? Siyempre, importante, you are very competent. And competence, um, we discuss na dito din pala, meron. Diba? Ayan, competence. Kita. Tapos, ano pa yung isang C? Confidentiality. Ayan, meron din. Ito nga, diba? Objectivity. Objective. Integrity. Ayan, diba? And then, ano pa? Credibility. Okay? So, yan yung natutunan natin kanina. And since it seems that, hindi man it seems, but technically, tingnan nyo, the Code of Ethics of Cima and the CIMA, they are similar. And so, let's take a look. No, although this one is more formal kasi you have what as basis? What did you notice? Okay, let's see. This one is the latest issued, January 2020. Take note, sabi for professional accountants. Kasi it is Certified Institute of Management Accountant. Okay? Yung CMA, ano yan? Certified Management Accountant. So, kasi kaya talagang it is for professional accountants. Okay? And so, let's take a look at the different areas that we are going to talk about. Part 1 will be, okay, balik tayo doon, na-click ko yung sa page kasi class, dapat hindi. Ayan. Part 1 would be looking at the Code of Ethics, no? And the conceptual framework that is related to your Code of Ethics. So, first we would focus on the fundamental principles. And these are, ano to class? You have integrity, objectivity, and professional competence and due care, confidentiality, and professional behavior. So, kung meron tayong, kung meron tayong, let me write again, our hope, and our hope is 3 C's in CMA, dito, ano meron ka? Cup. Paano naging cup? I is for integrity, C is for confidentiality, and O will be for objectivity, and your P are both about professional. Professional B and C. Ano yan? Behavior and sabay isang professional nyo. Ito competence. So, competence. May D pa nga eh. Joker. I cup. Doon naman sa isa, our hope, of which your R, ako pa din yun. I, three C's. Kasi alam ko, it's just your mnemonics in this case. Although it's up to you whether you will adopt it or not. Diba? Okay, so let's discuss each one. No? So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng integrity? Okay? When you say integrity, it's the same with what we have previously discussed, but integrity will be the first thing that you have to look at would be your commitment. Okay? Do you do what you say? Alam mo yung walk the talk. Ano pa? Aside from do you do what you say? Dito din nag-a-apply class yung promises are not made to be broken. No? So what else? If dito sa integrity sinasabi natin, you have to keep your promise. You need to keep your commitment. Ano pa? Can you suggest more when you talk about integrity? You are not fickle-minded. O ano yung sabi natin? Yun yung walk the talk. Do as you promise. No? You are not fickle-minded. What else? Pag sinabi sa integrity. You surround yourself with honest people. No? Kasi sabi nga natin, integrity should not only be in appearance, in action, but it should also be in appearances. No? Birds of the same feather flock together, sabi nila class, di ba? So aside from that, you have to stay focused pagka sinabi natin na integrity. Kasi can you keep your commitment if there are a lot of things working in your mind? Di ba? So, ano pa yan? Sabi natin kanina, honesty, di ba? But you really have a high moral values. Yun yung when you talk about integrity. So, ano yung mga adage na ina-apply natin sa integrity? Walk the talk. Promises are not made to be broken. No? Ano pa? Birds of the same feather flock together. Diba? So, yun yung keyword nyo. Pagka naman objectivity, alam naman natin na there's no bias, 'di ba? Or free from bias, sabi nga natin, pag objectivity. How can you know that it is free from bias? It is based on facts rather than opinion. You exercise informed judgment. Although, of course, sometimes you cannot do away with estimates, but still, there are bases, no, when you're making decision. Kasi alam naman natin na you are, kanina nga, sabi ko pag sa objectivity, wala kang pinapaboran. Trabaho lang to. Diba? Walang personalan. O, yan yung sa objective. And ano yung pinag-usapan natin kanina sa competence? Dalawang area, diba? Technical, tsaka doing professional work. And, so ano yung competence? Ito lang yan. Asked. Mama, ano yung asked? A is for actions, no? S is for skills. And K is for knowledge. Ma'am, what do you mean by action? This would talk about how you do things. Diba? Kaya nga may due care. It should be well planned. No? And skills, you would talk about efficiency. You would talk about yung experience mo. Kasi ang skill, nag-gain yan through experience. Tsaka remember, pag sinabing efficient, you do things uh, the best time possible and you utilize minimal resource. Yun yung skill. Kaya mo siyang gawin sa tamang paraan. And when you talk about knowledge, ano yan? You look at relevance. Relevant. Do you have the appropriate knowledge? Kaya kita nyo may mga certification programs. Kasi this would look into whether or not do you have the efficiency to provide the services. Okay? So, when you talk about professional competence and due care, ano yung code nyo dyan? You just asked. And besides, competence is also looking at relying on those people around you kasi you're going to be a team providing the services. Just the same with integrity. You have to respect. Kasama kasi din dito sa integrity, you respect people around you. 'Di ba? Not only you are being committed, no, keep your promises, no, you stay focused aside from being honest and moral with high moral, but you respect people around you, no? So, if that is integrity, objectivity, and professional competence and due care. How about confidentiality? Again, it's the same with what we discussed previously. You keep things in private, no? It's kaya nga we have the Data Privacy Act, 'di ba? You have to keep things in private. Hindi lahat ikinuwento mo, 'di ba? Okay. And professional behavior would be ano 'yan? You should not act that would discredit the organization. Kaya nga merong code of ethics, no? Kasi to ensure that you are going to behave professionally. So, later we'll look into the conceptual framework, but uh, asan yung details ng discussion yan nung ating ito yan, 'di ba? Sa mananggaling yung discussion natin. Now, you have to remember that the discussions given here, okay, let me go back to the previous page, giving you information on, I hope you were able to read already that. Yan. So, ito yan, you were given the fundamental principles, yung kanina diniscuss natin, no? Ito yung discussion niya. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, class, cup. Diba? Kasi kita nyo, 5. May 5 yan. Diba? You have 5 fundamental principle. O, saan ang galing to? Ayan, ito yan. Annexed 1 is actually from, saan galing? Ito. From the International Federation of Accountants, no? Yung part 1 nyo. Which is actually the IASBA. Okay? Naman yung IASBA. Andyan yan sa taas. I hope nakita nyo. Diba? Sila yung Ethics Standards Board, no? Ng 166 jurisdiction or ano yan, countries, no? Under the federation, no, of different countries who would adopt standards in the practice of profession. Okay? So, adapted to. At ito, mas maraming affected na countries. Kasi di ba yung CMA, saan lang siya class? Sa US. Pero meron tayong Philippines. Pero naka-base sa US yung kanyang mother unit or the headquarters. Di ba? Pero dito sa Philippines, meron siyang organization. Okay? Yung CIMA, it is affiliated where? Yun nga, 166 jurisdictions or it's the number of countries who are actually members. Kasi this is not mandatory naman class, pero this is the standard in the rest of the world. Ano kasi yan eh, pag standard, dalawa lang naman normally yung affecting us in the Philippines, no? Aside from the one promulgated in the Philippines, it's the US-based CMA and Cima. Cima is the rest of the world. Okay? So make sure that you'd be able to recall what IASBA is, ha? Mm. Andito yan sa taas. Ito yan. Yung, ito ayan Uh, yan na. Ayan. May napindot ako class. But ito yung nasa baba para alam nyo yung area. Ito. Mm. Diba? Sabi ko nga, the Ethics Standards Board. Diba? Ethics Standards Board. No? But International Ethics Standard Board. Yun yun. At saan siya galing? Sa IFAC Handbook of Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants. Bakit sinabing in-update? Kasi it was in July 2018. As of 2020, there are changes. Okay? So, may website tong International Federation of Accountants. We'll walk through it, no? Para you can be familiar also. So, ano ngayon yung conceptual framework? I'll discuss later the others, no? Kasi we are dividing it into different sections yung video natin so that it will be easier for you to download. Okay? If you have any question, then do ask, no? Give a feedback, no? You can message in our group or in a private message or in our Google Classroom. Okay? I hope that you have started reading our PDF. So this is a holistic view of the fundamental principle and conceptual framework. Okay? So class, I hope you will always have your iCup, no? You would also have your, ano yung isa natin? Our hope. Sabi nga nila, ang kabataan, ang ating di ba? Pag-asa ng bayan. And your responsibilities ay 3 sis. And you always have to cope in order for you to survive. Thank you. And good day. Keep safe.